I'm Jay Taylor. I'm the editor of a newsletter called Jay Taylor's Gold, Energy, and Tech Stocks. Also, the host of a radio show every Tuesday called Turning Hard Times to Good Times. I'm here with John Anderson. He is the CEO and chairman of Triumph Gold Corp. It's a company that I've been following for a number of years. We're meeting here at the Metals Investor Forum backstage, and it's really good to catch up with John. I'm really eager to have him tell the story to a wider audience because it is a company that I've been following and one I think has a great deal of upside potential from its current market cap of around $27 million. Thanks for joining me again, John.
Great, thanks, Jane. It's a pleasure to be in front of you again and your audience, and also with the Metals Investment Forum, which we've
it's great.
It's in the past, but a little quiet.
Great forum, no doubt about it. A lot of excellent companies like yours that are there. Your Freegold Mountain project has had a lot of work done on it over a number of years. I know I followed it before it was in Triumph Gold. You have a multi-million gold equivalent ounce resource there over, I think, 3 different deposits. And it has a lot of potential. It has near surface gold, silver potential, as well as deeper porphyry copper, gold, copper targets that you've done some work on, had some phenomenal drill results, actually. But I'll let you bring us up to date a little bit with what you have there now and what the direction of the company is, because I know that you've changed your focus a little bit this year from what it was last year and previous years.
Yeah, so thanks again, Jay. Yeah, our project is, as you know, it's in the Yukon. It's a district size scale project. It's 200 square kilometers. It's 35 kilometers from one end to the other. It's got over 80 years of work done on it. And Triumph Gold and its predecessor name, Northern Freegold, had spent about 150,000 meters of drilling on the project itself. The appealing thing is we've got great infrastructure. It's one of the only road accessible properties in the Yukon. And we've been able to leverage that off at discovering new deposits and new targets. The company had drilled off those 43-101 resources on three different deposits on the project, completely different projects, different type of geology. There's a straight pure gold project being the nucleus that we came up with just under 1 million ounce gold equivalent. A lot of upside there. Then we've got the revenue, which is a big copper gold porphyry system. And we've been spending the last couple of years drilling outside of that to expand the potential of that. And that's, I think, where a lot of people saw a lot of excitement. If we came out with some of those results, as you alluded to in the past, some of the best results that were drilled around the world. We drilled down 1 kilometer and came out with very robust open pit gold, copper, porphyry grades, as well as underground block cave mining type results. So we're going to follow up on that next year. And then we got the high grade polymetallic gold, silver, zinc deposit. Again, we have not done much work on those things. And what we've been doing, as you alluded to, taking a relook at the company, is we see that those assets, but we've done a complete, not reset. We built a strong technical team behind our VP of Exploration, Jesse Haley, and opened an office in Kelowna. We've Brian Bauer, who's a new director of the company. He developed the team that found the New Afton mine, which New Gold has. Mm-hmm. And we've been acquiring a lot of, talent to support Jesse with Brian's help in Kelowna. So that's kind of the engine that we've been working on in the last 6 months. We've been very quiet about what we're doing. We want to come out over the next few months and really explain how we see the project going forward. And I think the kickoff will be that when we get the results from last year's program by the end of this month.
Okay, the end of this month, and then you'll start to tailor your exploration program. Probably go public with that, so those of us following your company can keep an eye on what to look out for, I guess, right?
Yeah. So last year we only did a small program because of COVID-19 restrictions. We're pretty excited about what we saw, and we only did high grade shallow deposit targets, and we're pretty excited what we see in those. However, the last 4 months, we've been able to look at the whole macro side of the Big Creek Fault, which is the controlling structure for some of the bigger deposits up in the Yukon, including the Casino project Western Copper has, which is a massive multi-billion ton copper gold porphyry system. We think we've got something that could compare to that. The Coffee project, which of course you know Newmont owns and paid $520 million for, and then the Claza deposit that Rockhaven has now got a new approach to. So as such, what we've been quietly doing is taking that knowledge on the macro side and acquiring a lot more land to really mirror with the rest of the property.
So you're going to have drill results how soon, you expect?
By the end of the month.
End of the month, okay.
Yeah.
And how well financed are you? I guess you haven't really put a budget together yet in terms of this year's drill program, but are you going to need to raise money, or where are you at in that regard?
Well, we've got enough money. We've got well over $4 million in the bank, and last year's program was just $1 million. So no, I don't need to raise money now.
Good.
But this big macro approach we're taking, we'll see. You know, you just don't come up with results and come out and say let's go drill the same thing and make it bigger.
No.
We've done a complete reset. We'd say by the end of February, we will know exactly what we're going to do. And I don't think financing will be a problem.
You're an exploration company. Obviously, that's what most of the companies are that we focus on. But your goal then is to what? To develop something that's large enough to attract the big boys, I suppose?
We've got big boys in our company. We've got Newmont, they're our largest shareholder. They have 13%. We got Zijin Mining Fund. They have about 10%, and some other mining companies. We've just acquired some land from another mining company, well known. We have publicly released that. So we've got the big ones there. What we've got though is we think we've got this high grade block cave target, and if it is what we think it is, we would look at doing an underground ad and just starting to develop that. Also the Tinta deposit, which we've never really promoted.
No.
We're going to go after that. We've gone through all the old historical reports. Placer Dome used to actually own the property in the 70s, and the subsequent purchaser had a feasibility study on that project in 1981 that he was going to put into production on the Small Minings Act, a 300 ton a day operation, had a reserve justifiable for 5 years. And in 1981 money, he was going to generate between 33 and 35 million a year. In today's dollar wise, that's exponential. So we're looking at that. So that goes to the whole reset we're talking about, how we're looking at the project to generate cash flow and become self-sufficient financing.
All right, and you could maybe draw on some of the talent of those big guys that you're related to, I suppose, technically, and all that as you move forward. So we're just, I guess, what we should be looking at then, in terms of what should investors be keeping their eyes on, John, as we move into this year then?
Well, I think the one thing we should get out to the investors, and I think you should look at the value of the company. Companies are trading at multiples of what we are with exploration ideas. We've got 2 million ounces on the books. We know we can increase the grade of those. People are now talking about copper. Well, we've got a massive copper position in the company as well. That's your downside. The upside, we've got the government maintained road that's being upgraded that is invaluable as far as your exploration cost, ability to find things. Mm-hmm. We've got more land. We've got, I think, really an A team as far as a technical team, as opposed to always relying on one or two people internally. We've been using a lot of third-party sources in addition to Newmont. Most notably geoinformatics, which we've been leveraging off of some of the consultants, and also a true artificial intelligence firm out of South Africa. artificial intelligence, everyone will talk about it. A lot of them are really, really just glorified geoinformatics. We have a true AI firm, again, with 150,000 meters of drilling and countless soil samples, including the largest multi-element soil anomaly in North America. There's a lot of real data that AI is actually helping us out on. And we'll come out and explain that when we've got the results and can present that properly.
Oh, I look forward to it. I mean, this is a massive project. I think it's what, six kilometers of strike or so that this system, several different systems that you're looking at.
Yeah, that's just the soil anomaly. It's the largest, most intense multi-element soil anomaly in North America.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is there's been essentially no glaciation up in this area for over 1 million years. So those are great tools just to leverage off of, not just for AI, but for finding things.
Well, I'm really looking forward to your report on your plans for exploring this year, John, because I see the big picture, the macro picture. You're looking at the whole ball of wax there, and you've got a lot to look at, a lot of data, and you bring all this intelligence together. I'm really expecting some extraordinary things out of you, John. You better not disappoint my subscribers. All right.
Well, I don't think I will, and it's nice, Jay, that with your philosophy as well. It's for the first time in this company, it's going to have the market behind us instead of in front of us, and I think that's really exciting from the investor standpoint.
Very good. Look forward to it. Look forward to keeping up with you, John. Thank you so much for taking the time to let our viewers know what's going on there with Triumph Gold.
And I say more thank you to you and your audience.